How much? So did like any big kind of companies owe you any money when you went to liquidation?
Yeah, Tesco's owed us £180,000.
And they never paid you for that?
Never paid us, no.
My grandfather ran a company between 2006 and 2010 called Selected Decorators. His company had to close due to late payments. I recently interviewed him and my father and asked them about the consequences that this had on their life at the time.
The large companies give you a very punitive payment terms, where it starts off 28 days. It doesn't carry on like that. You end up, because you turn over a certain amount of work, a certain amount of money, you end up on a 90-day payment system, which was impossible for us. The cash flow caused many major problems for us. Impossible to pay the labour, pay our suppliers on them sort of terms.
I think it was 2008, 2009, the crash and everything.
Yeah, that must have messed it up.
Yeah, because that was the reason. We were, within the first year, we were turning over £1 million.
Yeah. I didn't know you said it was that much.
Yeah, which is a lot of money. I think he was employing about 30 men at the time, so you're talking thousands of them that get paid weekly in cash in that industry in the valleys.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to pay those people every Friday, and if he didn't have the money, it wasn't just about him not having money for food and stuff. It was about 30 men and 30 families that he had a view of looking after them.
When the company finally went into liquidation, there was a sum outstanding to the factoring company that they chased after the liquidation occurred, which caused a tremendous amount of stress between myself and my son, because my son was the guarantor, a director guaranteeing the factoring debt. We did come to get it sorted. We did pay the factoring debt and it was all dismissed.
Yeah.
But it was a really difficult time for us.
So how long was that period? Like
that was 18 months, 2 years after we had gone into liquidation.
So I found out yesterday that you were the guarantor for Grandpa's company. So how did it affect you when it went into liquidation?
Well, it was a very difficult time for everyone involved, isn't it? So it wasn't just Grandpa and Nanny and myself and your mum. It was Andy and Eris, Uncle Stephen who were involved as well. So it was a family business. But me being the guarantor was particularly difficult because obviously the debts for the business were on my name.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of work we had to do to unravel that and make sure that the house we were living in when you were a baby wasn't affected and different things. So it was a very difficult time.
So how did that affect your relationship with Mum then?
It was difficult. Yeah, it impacted on that relationship. Yeah, certainly.
How did you end up paying the people in the end?
The debt that was on the company. Nanny and Grandpa sold their house.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, had quite a big effect on them then, if they had to sell their house to pay off the loan.
Yeah, massive effect. Yeah, it was the only way. Otherwise, we would have lost our house.
Yeah. So did it have any effect on Neris and Steve then, or?
Yeah, it was all impacted, but Stephen went bankrupt, so he effectively was out of the question then. But because I was the guarantor and everything, all the debts started to chase me and kind of the house and everything I had.
Yeah, that must be like very stressful.
Oh yeah, very stressful, very stressful. More for your dad than me and everything, and your mother and things.
It impacted me financially for a long time, for credit rating and stuff.
Have you kind of regained your credit now? Or?
Yeah. It took me a long time. But yeah, and also that's all fine now. I'm a bit Hannah has been for a number of years, but yeah, I couldn't get any car loans, I couldn't get any credit loans because we had what are called CCJs, county court judgments, they were against my name. So
yeah, that must have affected you like massively, really, not being able to get loans out for anything, or
it was difficult. Yeah, it took a couple of years. It was looking back, and it was very difficult. But the constant thing was making sure me and Grandpa were okay to it, and keeping talking and making sure we could get to resolve the situation.
Yeah.
Seeing him being able to earn again, because when the company went, they weren't earning any money, which is okay for Steve because he's a younger man. He could go get a job elsewhere, and he did.
Which he has quite successfully, and moved on to quite a successful position. Knowing where he is now, he's highly regarded manager in what he does. So yeah, he's done well.
But for Grandpa it took a bit longer, but then he got 40, 50 years experience in the industry as well known. It's a pretty niche industry they work in terms of industrial decoration, they call it. So there's not many people of his calibre in the industry. So phone started ringing, people wanted him to do work, and he's still working now, and he's 72, isn't he?
I would work for a company now, and have since quite successfully, and done really well, earned a lot of money.
He likes working. He likes working, and it's not like because he's paid employee now. The stress is not there running a business, so he can take and leave contracts and do what he wants really. But he's always done well. He's always made a good career out of it. He put me and my sister Neris through university. We always had a nice life. So yeah, good to see him get back on his feet, and still being on his feet really, and kind of working in an industry which he's loved and has always worked in all his life.
And I wouldn't say to anybody, don't go into business. Yeah. If you got to take these chances, because for years prior to the company going into liquidation, many people made many months and years of good living out of the companies I run. They earn good wages. Everybody's happy, and you see these guys, and they remember the days fondly. But it is what it is.
We still had a good life. We still went on holidays and different things.
There's been some successful times and there's been some unsuccessful times, but we've had quite a successful life.